Want proof? January 13, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. Even by my standards, I've been exposing some pretty outlandish things, and I understand that people will want proofs and basis for the credibility of what I am saying. The existence of another version of Homo sapiens is probably the hardest pill to swallow, but it's published worldwide in every Bible in existence. Remember what I have said about the haplotype? That this version of man, the original Homo sapien, lives hundreds of years? What does it tell you in Genesis chapter 5? Adam lived 930 years, Seth, his son, lived 912 years? And then, in Genesis chapter 6 verse 3, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. This is where we, Homo sapiens, were created as a new version of Homo sapien. We are literally an offshoot from the race of Adam. Our biology is different and our lifespans and our brains are different, but we are still derived from Adam and are part of mankind. So, given this, did God kill Adam's sons? No. Homo sapiens, the people we call Neanderthals, went on living for many, many centuries after this. They were giants compared to us, the mighty men of old, and their cities can still be seen in the hill country north and east of Jerusalem. David fought such a man, Goliath, and references to this Adamic race. The Old Testament. The big news I am bringing you is simply that a very few of them are still alive now, scattered all over the world, and with modern medical advances, they are now poised to make a comeback and advancing the idea that as our elder brothers, so to speak, they should inherit the earth and rule over us by right of primogeniture. Our answer is, and has to be, that they were passed over by our Creator, who according to His wisdom made the changes spoken of and told them why. Thus new sons of Adam were created and chosen, and thus we have prospered and they have dwindled. Primogeniture doesn't enter into it, where God has chosen. Still, we don't bear them ill will or seek to be their enemies. We would be pleased for them to have life and pursue wisdom. The Father of us all made them and grants them life. Who are we to complain, so long as there is peace? Let them choose life for all of mankind, and not seek to enslave us by deceit or words of guile. We, too, have a right to live and to live in peace. All the sons of Adam, both Homo sapiens and Homo sapiens sapiens, have the same inheritance of the earth and we all have the same duty to take care of the earth and not destroy it. The second revelation that many people will find distasteful is that we are descended in part from reptiles and are in fact warm-blooded amphibians. We have fish, snake, and turtle genes. We are born out of water onto dry land, and as anyone who has studied embryology can tell you, we pass through distinctive stages of development that clearly demonstrate our genetic heritage from the reptiles. And why should this surprise us or be any great cause of concern? We are familiar now with the fossil record. We know that the dinosaurs, the great lizards, inhabited this planet millions of years ago. These reptiles gave rise to modern-day reptiles and we take that for granted. Where is the big leap in accepting that we have reptile genes, too? Lots of them. When we fail to recognize our reptilian heritage, we can't properly observe and know ourselves and that makes it difficult to deal with some of the most problematic aspects of our nature. Our snake inheritance is particularly troublesome, as it is both the source of our basic intelligence and our imagination. So we have a baby and bathwater situation built into us at a biological level. The same foundation that enables us to daydream and imagine and create, also gives us the ability to scheme and delude and destroy. Thus, as the Bible explains, because of the snake genes, we have the knowledge of good and evil, and the ability and responsibility to discern both. Would you give up your ability to imagine? Or would you rather learn to choose and imagine what is good? The snake actually gave us a great gift, but it is not without equally great responsibilities. Until we recognize this heritage and see the snake within us, we are ill-equipped to know ourselves and our potential for both good and evil. My attitude is that whatever is true, is true. We have to know and accept the truth, or we aren't dealing with a full deck, and are crippled as a result. Let rip. I have snake genes. Great. So what? It means that we have the ability to project our consciousness back into the past and forward into the future. It means that we envision people, landscapes, and even emotions based on words in a book. It means we can draw out architectural plans in our heads. It means that we can create and hear a symphony without actually picking up a single instrument. The sacred marriage between thought and feeling can take place within us, and our ability to create both good and evil is unfettered, waiting for us to use, like a two-edged sword. It is in fact a power so magnificent and so frightful, that it has been deliberately obscured and withheld from the vast majority of mankind. Unfortunately, those who would destroy us and destroy our ability to create, are at work in the world. They see us as a dangerous and largely failed experiment. So they work with might and main to focus us on evil things, in an effort to secure our self-destruction. They do everything they can to distort our vision into darkness and cataclysm, and they profit themselves from it. These evil ones are here among us, and they have used the false power of idols, idolatry as one of the dangers of our imagination, to enslave us. As terrible as this is, as dangerous as this is, all we need to do is to wake up and stop listening to their propaganda, stop believing in their lies. Those who wish for our destruction have no power over us. Their symbols have no power over us. Nothing that they project has power over us. As soon as we turn our minds toward happy things, and our emotions toward love, their shadows disappear and new images emerge, images of peace, images of beauty, images of oneness, images of harmony. Their lies are exposed and set aside, recognized as nonsense. So, you want direct proof? Turn off your televisions and radios for the next 30 days, forget about war or politics or any of the other death and destruction propaganda, and during this time, go to your own mental happy place, instead. Daydream about all the happy and joyous and fulfilling things you can think of and envision. Paint that picture. Write that book. Play with that new recipe. Kiss your own prince or princess. Watch the baby ducks paddling by. Smell the wet earth in spring. Surround your loved ones in a golden cloud of love. Imagine a crystal dish full to overflowing with jewels and gold coins, and you, just playing with them, running your hands through them, enjoying the colors and different shapes as baubles meant to be toys. You are in a beautiful palace with high ceilings and bright windows. You can hear the birds singing and see flowering branches outside. All is at peace. The sunlight is warm and golden. The countryside stretches out before you, green and beautiful as far as the eye can see. You walk out on the balcony and feel the fresh wind flow over your skin like a caress. The stone floor is warm under your bare feet. You can hear a fountain splashing. You are perfectly healthy, perfectly attuned. All is well. All is as it is meant to be. Want more proof? Make peace with the snake. Tell him that you understand now and that you have chosen what is good and what is true. Thank him for the gift of your imagination. You will learn to control it and guard it and use it well. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. It's over. You've come home. There is, in this world, a time delay between what you envision and its materialization, a natural pause of varying duration between cause and effect. Suspend any doubt or disbelief. Just set such things aside. It's one way or the other, and you are here to find out what happens. For the next 30 days, everything is on the sunny side of the street. Make the conscious effort to tune out the bad stuff and tune in the good. Rest, relax, daydream, snuggle, play. Be kind to yourself. Doodle, daydream, dance, take naps. You are on a 30-day vacation. Yours is not to reason how or why. Just do it, if you want proof. Take your mind to the South Seas and find a quiet beach. Watch the fronds of the palm trees playing with the wind. Smell the salt air. Stretch. A long, luxurious stretch, head to toe. Watch the tiny waves curl around your toes. Pick up a shell and be amazed by all its many designs and colors. Everything is crystalline and clear. You take a deep breath and wander along the beach, listening to the lapping waves, filled with peace. It's late afternoon, July in Door County, Wisconsin, cherry season, and the air is warm and the sand is golden and dusty underfoot. The one-lane dirt track you are following takes a dip downhill and then through a pine grove where the air is shady and cool and pine-scented. Just beyond the grove you can see the road winding on, bathed in sunlight again, and a small cabin built of stone looking out over the deep blue waters of Lake Superior. You have a basket of ripe cherries you are bringing home and dinner with friends planned for the evening. You stop for a moment and look at your little cabin with its copper weather vane and blue morning glories running along the porch railing. It's such a quaint, quiet little place, so far off the beaten track. Or, switch your gears, you're at your mountain place in Norway and the snow is very deep. You're grateful for you thick wool mittens and thick-soled snow boots, and you smile at your dog, bounding through the snow while you stay on the path to the woodpile. There is a cleared space in front of the woodpile already and the low-angled sun is amber-colored as you stoop down and pick up a last armload of birch logs. You can smell the snow and the sawdust as you turn back to the house. It's a lodge house made of ancient logs, tucked against the slope and facing south, away from the wind. Even so, the snow has drifted up, almost as high as the bottom of the windowsills. Wherever your happy place is today, whatever it looks like, whatever season of the year it may be, go there. Go alone, or take your companions. Commune with your cat. Pet your dog. Perhaps like my friend, Judy, you have a favorite bookshop in England where you like to roam. Maybe you want to sit on an empty bench at your favorite stadium. Maybe your happy place is in the 18th century, or Elmhurst, Illinois, in 1910. It doesn't really matter, because your mind can take you anywhere. Do this for 30 days, consistently. Don't let your mind wander off into ugly places. Erase any ugly, fear-producing images you happen to see. This is your time on Earth, not theirs. At the end of 30 days of doing this, I guarantee that your world will be changed and you will be changed. And if enough of us do it, the whole world will be changed, for the better. And then we won't have any arguments about whether I am full of beans or not. The truth will be right in front of your faces and within the bounds of your own experience, and that will sort things out better and faster than any amount of question-answer or argument at all. You want proof? I've given you a simple and pleasant way to prove it to yourself, and that's the best kind of proof there can ever be. Please consider making a small donation to help support Anna von Reitz and the Living Law Firm by visiting annavonreitz.com and click on the donate button. Thank you.